This is going to be in chapter 2.5, so it goes in between chapter 2 and 3. It is called Establishing Shot, and it's actually, I wrote this based on a commercial that I saw. The commercial kind of inspired the whole idea that eventually became the Mary Sue universe, the extra, all those things. It is set right after chapter 2. It is set away from the main story. This is a vignette. Establishing shot. Attractive young man standing on a beach. He sniffs under his arms and makes a face. He stinks. That can't be good. It's night, and who knows who he might meet on this lonely beach. He reaches down into a gym bag and pulls out the new trademark product. He sprays it on himself and nods approvingly. We see women approaching. From every direction but the sea, they are drawn to him. They come up from the beach, down the beach, from the nearby carnival. They see him and they want him. They charge toward him. They stampede toward him, unaware of each other or anything but the amazing smell of this man, carried to them on the ocean breeze. He smiles confidently. He knew this would work. The new, trademark, product has pheromones in it. Women can't resist being drawn to it, and now, to him. The women are drawing closer. They are within 10 feet. He smiles to himself. They can't resist. He can see the hunger in their eyes. He fights a feeling of nervousness. But there's no need to be nervous. He has the new trademark product. The women reach him and they can feel their arms flailing around him, their hands touching him, pulling him toward them. Their lips touch him and they're kissing him. His mouth, shoulders, hands, back, and abdomen, all covered in the kisses of beautiful women, intoxicated by the new trademark product. The hunger is powerful. He smiles, eyes closed as the women kiss him. His hands open at the first bite. His eyes opened at the first bite. Surely one of them has gone too far. A love bite, that's all. But his hand is bleeding. The second bite happens on the back of his shoulder, then his neck. The women are tearing at him, trying to get closer to him, trying to get a piece of him. He cries out, "This isn't what was supposed to happen. This wasn't what was promised." The women tear into him and he falls under their combined weight. Floodlights illuminate the entire scene and the sounds of biting, and screaming, then eating fill the amazingly beautiful beach. Soon the screaming stops. Two figures dressed in office formal turn away from the screens. They are nondescript in the extreme. They don't look like men in black, don't look like government agents. They just look like workers in an office. The kind of people who would run from a terrorist attack, or would ask a police officer what was going on in a disaster movie. You'd never think to note them if you were looking. They are James and Melanie. Melanie turns to James. "Well, it did work." James blanches. "I suppose, technically." "It's a problem of degree," she said. "Those are normal." "He is dead," said James. "Yes, but the spray worked. They were attracted to him." "They ate him." "Because they wanted him so bad. This is like the Maynids." "Maynids?" "I majored in classic literature. They were followers of Dionysus. They would get all messed up on spiked wine and go on rampages, having sex and tearing their lovers apart in ancient Greece." "You figure there were plots back then?" He didn't have to emphasize a single word for her to know that he was speaking with a capital P. "Always. Isn't that why we're here?" He looked down. "So a matter of degree?" "Further testing is required. I believe the government has already selected a place. Small town, far from anything. Home of a state senator. Nothing really around. Not just of this one, but of others. Someone will have to observe. This cannot be left to someone new or someone outside of our area. There are too many stories that start in small towns." "Almost all of them. I was thinking you." "Okay."